Into game number 3 versus with Vile's Illusion and Gosu HwangSin. Spawning down here at the bottom right hand corner is going to be our red Protoss Gosu's HwangSin, and at the top over here as the pink Terran with the boar, pink boar kind of works together, is going to be our Vile's Illusion.
Yep, and again HwangSin is up 2 games right now. This is going to be a best out of 7, so he's got to win 2 more still, so there's still a lot of room for Vile Illusion to bring this back. And hopefully we are going to be seeing him do that. These players have been opting for a lot of late game play, no early cheesy aggression or anything like that. And if I was in kind of in HwangSin's position of being up 2 games, why not try out a new build, that you have been working on? Why not go for some sort of cheesy play just to mix things up and kind of throw your opponent off?
Yeah, why not go for some sort of meta build like Dark Templar Rush or something just to get into your opponent's head? Because your opponent's already kind of antsy because he's already down 2-0 in this best of 7, so you gotta do something just to get a little bit more in his head, and that sometimes can lead to a shutout as opposed to a pretty good comeback. But we're gonna have to see what HwangSin's gonna do. He's obviously pretty good with these not showmatch, but tournament style best ofs. So I'm pretty interested to see what his style is in these type of best ofs. As if we were to see like an Idra player, you'd want to do something meta to get into his head. Yeah,
definitely. I completely agree. And we might not be seeing Vile Illusion go for that quick command center this game, as he did throw a gas down during his barracks in this. Oh, nice little block by HwangSin. Seeing some different style coming out. He doesn't want him to get that complete wall off, and he's going to be able to spot that gas as well, which is really important. So nice job from HwangSin getting that information down. Oh, and there goes that wall off. But he just wanted to know about that gas, and he wanted his probe to get out safely. I mean, he sacrificed 25 minerals for a 50 mineral probe. Makes sense, right?
Yeah, I mean, if I were to say, if I was a betting man, I'd say 50 minerals to know you're gonna, or sorry, 25 minerals to get that you're gonna keep 50 minerals. Yeah, sure, why not? Especially because that's gonna deny that the time it's gonna take to rebuild that probe, and time is money. Money times whatever, and then something. Yeah, he came out on top.
Yeah, definitely. We could get into all those little statistics, but I don't have my calculator quite on me right now, so that'll have to wait. And actually, Vile Illusion might be going into some sort of 1-1-1 play here. He's getting his second gas out pretty early, throwing down the bunker right now. All of this pretty common for him going this style. So this should be pretty awesome, excuse me. So we'll have to see how HwangSin is going to respond to this, and what he's going to do with this information. If he goes for a fast Nexus, that could put him in a pretty bad spot.
I have to say, I was watching Vile Illusion's stream the other day, and I didn't really see that his 1-1-1. I have to remember how many ones I said. 1-1-1-1-1. But anyway, his 1-1-1's really not the strongest, I'd have to say. Wasn't his favorite build. I think he was doing a lot better with the macro type builds. And 1-1-1, granted, Illusion's got absolutely stunning micro, and 1-1-1 really preys on that. But I wouldn't say that Illusion's positioning's too amazing, though, and that's really another key part of the 1-1-1.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. Shamsi, you make a really good point. Positioning is everything, and that you want the right tank placements, you want those Hellions in the right place to kind of take out those Zealots as well. But it looks like actually we are going to be seeing maybe a Hellion drop. I think that's what we are going to be seeing, Jam, too.
Yeah, that's actually a really good counter to my idea before, that 1-1-1 is not going to be his best suit. And yeah, that medevac, though, is not going to be... Are those Hellions? Are they going to meet up?
They're just going to meet up. They're just going to be like, all right, bro, we're meeting here at 7 o'clock. Yeah. Be there. If you're late, this timing is totally screwed up, and it's all your fault.
And the funny thing is that they're actually going to meet up at about 7 minutes into the game. So that was really good. I don't know if that was subconscious or you meant for that, but Nerd Swagger showing his swagger here. And there's only 3 Stalkers out here, so these could do a lot of damage. There is only an observer coming out from the robotics bay as well, so he doesn't have that many forces to deal with this. There's only about 4 Stalkers out, and is he going to be able? He's going to have to run around here.
Yep, good reaction out of HwangSin. We see Violution trying to find a spot to take out some of these probes. They're also lined up right now. Oh, some probes are now starting to finally go down. If we look, 9 probes were killed. Not too bad. I mean, nice reaction out of HwangSin to get those stalkers in position. He could have done a lot more damage, but if we note the building placement as well for HwangSin, you know, placing this Twilight Council and this pylon back here, that's really one of the other things that helped him in that engagement.
Now, the really other second great thing about that harassment he just did there, Nerd Swagger, is HwangSin, if you look at his vision, has absolutely no idea what Illusion's up to.
Yeah.
Illusion, if you look at his vision, knows everything that HwangSin's up to right now. He sees the 3 gates, he sees the Twilight Council, and the robotics facility, and also his second, his medevac moving over that natural is going to note that there's absolutely nothing else coming out here from HwangSin. There's no expansion or anything.
Oh, Observer, Blink Stalker action going down in the main, trying to pick off a tech lab right now. These stalkers are kind of trapped back here. They actually can take out a few more SCVs. Vile Illusion, what are you doing? You're losing some workers for no reason right now. Oh, Banshee's coming into play as well. We should maybe even be seeing another Observer being popped out by HwangSin as Cloak was researched. I mean, he did spot the tech lab on the starport. He needs to know that. He needs to pump out another Observer.
His siege tank mode is just about to finish, however, and Illusion has got his second command center up. But is he going to have enough minerals to really even make use of that? He also doesn't have too much vision of what's going on. These stalkers are just moving around, picking off supply depots and what have you. The Observer does go down, so he loses that high ground advantage, but that doesn't really matter too much. These Blink Stalkers now pushing their way into the base, but now these Banshees can cloak up and be absolutely free to take out the rest of these Stalkers. There is no other Observer on the map, and now he's going to be able to turn this around.
Yep, you're completely right. The Observer, no Observers out on the field. Nice blink forward, trying to escape those Banshees right now. More Observers being built back at home, so he's not going to be able to do any sort of real harassment with these Banshees now that there's probably going to be actually 2 Observers being pumped out. You need 1 for your home base and 1 for scouting still. And actually with that forward pylon being taken out, HwangSin was sent into the red right now, so he's going to be supply blocked for a while.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure if that was actually in HwangSin's favor. As soon as he lost that Observer, things really kind of went south for him. He is now grabbing his natural expansion. Meanwhile, Illusion already has his natural expansion up. It's not moved over yet, but it's going to be turning into an orbital command. Going to be popping down those sweet, sweet yellow, awesome little guys, those little workers from heaven, the mule itself.
Yes, sir.
Those Terrans, man, they are so wily with their little yellow robots.
Yep, you are right. So we should be seeing Vile Illusion kind of take advantage of this kind of engagement, move his command center down to his natural, and gain a really nice position in his natural on that ramp. You know, maybe throw down a bunker or 2 to fortify that and get his macro game going. But right now he continues to build a lot more units, more Marines, more tanks, and even a Raven coming out right now. That's going to be really interesting. So, I mean, that Raven, that really tells me that he wants to go for another push here pretty soon.
Yeah, and I really can't blame him. The only forces out right now for Vile Illusion are about 10 Stalkers and 2 Sentries. He has just gotten his natural expansion up, and looking at the income tabs, 27 to 27. So it's definitely in Vile Illusion's favor, as now he's got 2 orbital commands up, which means he's got 2 mules to start pumping out tons and tons of minerals, getting a lot of those Marines, probably a couple Marauders soon enough. I'd like to see him start throwing down some of those macro structures like barracks, and maybe another starport or something to start really getting into full build mode here.
Yeah, that'd definitely be a great idea. He's going to be waiting for that Raven to get up some energy as well. Stalker's trying to poke forward here, maybe try and get some scouting information, make sure no third is up. Yep, spotting that. So again, Vile Illusion playing a little bit passive right now, waiting for maybe his tank numbers to get just right, maybe that Banshee number as well. But back at home for HwangSin, we see Storm being researched already. You know, we talked about this early in the game. Storm has become such a vital tech to research in the early, or kind of, mid to late game for Protoss. Get that Storm out as early as possible, and you can really contain and do a lot of damage to the Terran opponent.
Yeah, we've seen that so many times before. I don't remember which Protoss from the GSL is very famous for it. Might have been MC himself. But just getting those High Templar out on Antigua Shipyard, at least, I've seen it every single time it's Antigua Shipyard. Just completely zone in your Terran opponent with just amazing storms. I don't know, it doesn't even look like an amazing map for storms. There's not that many huge chokes in the middle of the map. Oh, but a couple of Stalkers are going to get a couple shots off on those Banshees before this push. They're going to get pretty good scouting information on it as well.
And one of the good intels for a Protoss player to note is, you know, since he got that good scouting information about the Tech Lab and the Starport, he's going to know there's not a lot of medevacs out. So each storm that goes down on this Bioforce is going to be so huge. They're not going to be able to get healed up from a mass amount of medics. There's only this one medevac, so getting storm early, that's something to really note as a Protoss player. You got to know when they go this kind of mech half bio play.
Look at this forward positioning, and here comes the Cloak, and he's going to be moving in, just taking out those High Templar. He takes out at least one, and the other two are forced into making an Archon. Is Vile Illusion? Yes, he is. There's the GG.